Welcome back to another daily tips video. What I'm gonna start with from every video from now on is we're actually gonna start on by looking back into the tips from last night. So as you can see on the screen last night, you can see the tips that I gave you from last night. So the first one was the Arsenal v Palace game, and the tip was that both teams will have at least one yellow card, and yep, that came in. So that was a nice win right there. Then the other game was Twente v Ajax, and that was for both teams to score. That game ended in a 3-1 win to Ajax, so that came in as a winner. Now the only loss from yesterday was the Sassuolo v Spal game, as Sassuolo decided to get a red card early on in the game around the half time, and yeah, so they ended up actually losing for us. Now the Atalanta v Cagliari game was the winner as Atalanta won, and then both the Alanyaspor and Fenerbahce in the Turkish league both win. So both of those bets were winners. So well done to you if you got on any of those bets. Let me know in the comment section if you did and how much you won. I'll be quite curious to know. But yeah, now let's get into the video for today. Alright, so as you can see on the screen now, we got 6 games that I picked out for today that I feel like I'm quite comfortable in and feel like there's quite a bit of value in there. So the first game is Montpellier v Monaco. Based on standings, this should be a tight game. As you can see, Monaco 4th and then Montpellier 8th. And when you look at the head-to-head stats, there have been quite a few goals in both teams scored apart from this one game here. Also, you can see Monaco have been on quite a decent run compared to Montpellier been losing and drawing. So you could bet on Monaco to win, but I wouldn't tip that personally. I don't think it's a very confident bet that I would be doing. But when you look at the head-to-head stats, you can see that there have been goals and yellow cards in all of them pretty much. Even the game where it was only one goal, you can see there's still cards in there. So for this game, my bet would be what I've done is I've done a bet builder, and if you're not confident being on all of the selections, you can always pick and choose the ones that you're confident with yourself, and those would be both teams to score over 1 goals in the game and over 0 cards for each team. Now, like I said, if you're not confident in taking all 3 as a bet build, you can cut the odds a little bit and pick and choose the ones that you're comfortable with. Now, next up, we have the Leverkusen or Union Berlin v Leverkusen. As you can see here, Leverkusen will have a couple players out, and they are players who used to usually start for them. So, once again, it's not really a game I'll be betting for one of the other teams to win. But as you can see here as well, there has been plenty of goals coming in. And if you look at the cards as well, there has been quite a few yellow cards for teams. We're also going to ignore this game and pretty much including on this game, this was quite a few years ago. But open just from the recent, as you can see here, there's been goals and there's been yellow cards for both teams. So for me, the safe bet here would be for both teams to score. Now, if you're not confident with that, you can always go with over 1 goals in the game, so that if both teams don't score, but Leverkusen scores 2, that still comes in as a winner. And the last one would be over 0 cards for each team. So once again, you can put it into a bet builder, and if you're not confident, you can just pick and choose whichever ones you like the sound of. Okay, now the third game we're going to move into is the Lazio v Roma, and this game has had plenty of action in the past. You can see again both teams scoring. I think, but yeah, both teams getting plenty of yellow cards. I think it's only something like the last 9 out of 10 games had 2 or more yellow cards for each team. So the bet for this game is going to be pretty straightforward, which is going to be both teams over 1.5 cards. Now, if you want to spice it up, as you see, but goes go with as well, add on a over 1.5 goals. But for this one, I'll be going with a over 1.5 cards for each team. So yeah, 2 or more cards. So yeah, now the other game is Sporting v Rio Aveiro. As you can see here in the standings, Sporting have been doing really, really well. We still haven't lost a single game, whereas Rio Aveiro haven't been the greatest when you look at the head-to-head as well. They got 1 win in the last 5. If we expand it, yeah, they got what, 3 wins in the last 10 with 2 draws. That's not great. Whereas Sporting, they are doing really, really well. Now, yeah, you can look at head to head, but I think the way they're playing this season is incredible. So yeah, this was pretty straightforward. It'll be a Sporting win. If you're not confident with that, maybe you want to go with over 1.5 goals. The history shows here there's been plenty of goals in this fixture. Now, the other Portuguese game is going to be Porto v Benfica. Now, Porto do have quite a few players out from this game, but we're not focusing on who's winning this game. We're actually looking into the cards, and as you can see here, both teams have been receiving plenty of cards in this game. So yeah, I think you already know from the trend I'm following, it's going to be another game where both teams over 2 cards or more. And as you can see, if you want to add up for extra odds, you can always add on over 1.5 goals or both teams to score, whichever you're more confident with. But I feel like over 1.5 goals is a bit more suitable, as a couple games here have had only one team scoring. Now, last but not least, we got a Scottish Championship game between Morton v Dunfermline, or Dunfermline, or whatever you want to pronounce it. But yeah, this one's kind of straightforward. Both teams to score. There's been goals in the last 4 games, excluding this bottom one. You could go over 1.5 goals, whichever you feel more confident with as well, depending on what the odds and how good they are compared to the other one. But yeah, right now, as you can see here, this is the bet slip here. If you want, you can go for a crazy 1 to 30, where £5 will try to return you £150. But what I would do here, personally, I really like these 3 bet builders, to be fair. And to be fair, I think every single game here is quite good. So I might even have myself a cheeky league where I put maybe a 5 on all of them, all 6 of them. That's a 6-fold. But I feel like you should break up and maybe do these bets as singles. Maybe a 5 here, 5 here, and maybe even try and these 3 games, even these 4 games, as a 4-fold, just in case something goes wrong. As you know, in football, a red card or anything else like that, an injury can change the game dramatically. But yeah, thank you for watching, guys. These are the tips for today, and please let me know in the comment section below if you are going to be following any of them. Also, make sure you join the Facebook group, as I post NBA bets there daily as well. So if you don't want to miss out on any bankers, like the one at last night, like the one you can see on your screen right now, make sure you're following. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you later on.